ready to go with the tip. Argyle up and gets the tip over to Cree, to Grohl, and back to Thompson. And the Rebels attack. Piute comes out in the man. The Rebels continue to pass around and look inside over the top to a Cree, who goes up and is stripped. Number 5 there.
It's Dalton Steed for the T-Birds.
Steed made a good strip as Cree looked like he was going to go up and get one, and stripped, inbounds under the basket, out to Argyle and then to Thompson. Brings it to the right side, and they set up again. Outside, it's on the ground. They get it to Argyle underneath, who lays it up and in for the first two. So the Rebels get the first bucket as Argyle gets it inside and puts it in.
Yeah, nice strong take by Argyle.
Piute comes out in the weave.
Tyler Dalton with the miss. Rebound the Rebels.
Come down inside to Argyle again, who makes another move inside and scores it. So 2 in a row inside for Argyle, and the Rebels are up 4-0. As they get it into number 23.
That's Ramos for the T-Birds, to Dalton, to Steed, Miller. Back to Dalton, pulls up 18-footer left side, just off.
And Argyle gets it down the other side and into the hands of Jarman, who takes it to the glass and hits. So 3 quick ones for the Rebels, and they're up 6-0. Rebels put a little token pressure, but not too much.
Ramos from the foul line.
Nice pull up there as they ran that little weave up top, and Ramos gets a nice shot. Jarman again attacks and gets it in.
So the Rebels sure push the ball up the floor quick. T-Birds are going to have to make an adjustment if they want to keep up with the pace that the Rebels are putting down. Dish underneath. Back out top. That's Dalton Steed.
It's like as Dalton attacked there, Jarman reached in and got a foul. So it's like they're going to call it non-shooting, so the Thunderbirds will take it underneath the basket. The inbounds, number 23.
Ramos for the T-Birds, over the top to Millett. Back to Ramos, back to Millett. Steed. Logan Steed, the younger brother of Dalton's in the game. Spin by Tyler Dalton. Millett. Dalton, 3-point shot on the way, over the left side.
Grohl gets the rebound there and heads the other way. And pulls up, goes all the way, and shoots way short on that one. And
just looked a little rushed there.
That was Ramos, wasn't it, that came down and took an extra step there.
Yeah.
So Rebels will get it out of bounds and come the other direction. Both teams are in a man. Over to Thompson. Thompson goes over top to Argyle. Again, gets it inside for another lay-in for Argyle, as they're able to find Argyle over the top that time and puts it in. So the Rebels find themselves up 10-2.
You know, a lot of that's Argyle with six quick points. T-Birds just don't have an answer for Argyle inside.
On the break here, we'd like to recognize some of our sponsors. The Randolph Country Store, who has all your needs, from Salt City Candles, pizza oven, ice cream, hair salon, anything you need, you can find right there at the Randolph Country Store. Also, Comprehensive Dental, that's Sean Grohl. Dr. Grohl practices in Randolph, also practices in Logan. So if you've got some dental needs, please see Dr. Grohl. And Lakeview Cabins, you can look Lakeview Cabins up for all your needs there in the Bear Lake area. Rental, accommodation, large or small, Lakeview Cabins. Ramos, Millet. As they continue to work that weave, and then as it try to go over top, stolen by Argyle, he goes out ahead to a Cree, who may have got away with the travel there, but he misses. Pulled out of there by
Dalton, and he gets to Steed.
Dalton, excuse me, yeah.
Ramos to Steed. Steed missed Millet wide open on the baseline. Dalton drives in, scoops with his right, and a blocking foul goes against the Rebels.
Blocking foul there on Argyle as went in. Official made the call, so that will send Dalton to the line. And Dalton will shoot a couple. Hits the first. So Dalton hits the first. He's got another. 4:09 left in the first period. It's Rebels 10, Thunderbirds 3. Misses the second. Taken out of there by a Cree, who goes to Thompson, and Thompson over the side to Grohl, and it's knocked out of bounds there by number 5, Dalton Steed. Jarman will inbound for the Rebels to Thompson, who brings it right to Grohl. Picked by a Cree, and Grohl comes over the top, pulls up for a long three and misses, but Jarman is there for the rebound, and he misses badly. So two misses there by the Rebels, taken out by the Thunderbirds.
Steed tries to get ahead to his brother Dalton Steed, and just off the mark, knocked out of bounds off of the Rebels.
In for the Rebels, a couple of substitutes. Muirbrook and Wallentine come in for Thompson and a Cree.
Dalton set to inbound, gets to Ramos. Ramos looks Dalton left side. Hands to Steed. Crossover, goes right, spins back left, gives to Millet. Millet drives the lane. A nice dish to Steed.
Was a nice dish, and Steed put it in, but they ran their weave and got a very nice look out of that one. Rebels go down low to Muirbrook, and it's slapped out of his hands, and they'll have it underneath their basket. McKay Jarman will inbound for the Rebels. Go up high to Grohl, who sets up for three, and again he misses that.
Rebound Ramos for the T-Birds, outlet to Millet. T-Birds pushing up behind his back, kicks to Dalton, takes three, just off the mark. Rebound out of bounds off the Rebels.
So the Thunderbirds, I think it was Argyle, got his finger on that and out of bounds. So the T-Birds will have it under their own basket.
Ramos set the inbounds over the top to Millet. Dalton. Hands to Ramos. Ramos crossover between his legs. Right side, Dalton Steed. Crossover, drives in. Millet looks, drives baseline, pulls up, 18-footer. Rebound left side.
Argyle there on the rebound, who goes to Grohl, and they attack.
You know, Argyle there just able to use his size and strength and had great position for that board. He uses that well.
Yeah, long, he's got some height plus long arms. Jarman again tries to attack and loses it, gets it out to Muirbrook, who shoots it short. Argyle kept that alive, and Jarman was able to capitalize after Argyle kept it alive. Shot there, misses, taken out of there by Muirbrook. To Grohl, to Jarman, who goes in and misses, but once again Argyle is there for the rebound. And it looks like, who was that foul on, Mike?
I think that's going to go on Dalton with the reach. Nope. Yep, Logan Steed, sorry.
So Steed picks up the foul, and that'll send Argyle to the line to shoot two. Argyle's short on the first one. So he has one more. With 1:52 left in the first, it's the Rebels 12, Piute 5, and Argyle hits the second one to make it 13-5. Argyle getting a breather after a very good first quarter, and a Cree comes in for Argyle.
So that's Ramos up top for the T-Birds. Right side Dalton. Lob over the top to Ramos, catches midair and lays it in.
Oh, that was a very designed play, and they ran it to perfection. Got the lob, trying to go inside from Wallentine to Muirbrook, and turnover, and then a costly travel on the part of the T-Birds.
Yeah, he just didn't. He tried to pass and couldn't get his feet stopped. He got his.
Once again, Jarman will inbound to Grohl. They come to the middle to a Cree, who goes up and is fouled there by Millett. So Millett gets the two-shot foul and sends a Cree to the line to shoot two.
That's 2 team fouls apiece, so not a lot of fouls so far.
No, it's been up and down, a lot of speed, and the Cree misses his first. Cree goes up with the second, gets it in, so 14-7, and as the ball comes into Ramos. Ramos up top for a long three, just short, and Grohl gets the rebound. It's kind of funny on this court. They've got 2-3 lines, and a lot of the kids seem to get confused. I noticed that during the girls' tournament, a lot of them pulling up behind the wrong line.
Yeah, they don't even have a college game here. I mean, they don't play college games, and I know this floor came from snow, but they should have changed that line. That outer line needs to be the lighter one, because we've noticed it again today. You know, the boys, they'll set up a foot or two behind the line, but they're setting up a foot or two behind the college line.
Yeah.
Ramos comes out of there ahead to Millett. Taken away from him, it goes the other way. Tipped away again, that time out of bounds.
So in for the Rebels will be number 10, Caden Bartlemy. Grohl gets a rest, and it looks like Thompson is going to come back into the ball game for Jarman. So Jarman will get a rest, as does Grohl here with 38 seconds left in the first period. Comes into Thompson, and they'll attack from the right side. It looks like Thunderbirds are out of their man and into a zone.
Yeah, they kind of, I think to offset Jarman over the head, Ramos out of bounds. But Jarman had 6 quick points there just in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, and I think in order to offset that.
You mean Argyle had the?
Yeah, number 32. Yeah, Skylar Argyle, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, so they've gone kind of a zone. They get inside to a Cree, who tries to take it, throws up a tough shot. Really didn't square up at the ball and misses. And the Thunderbirds make him pay on the other end, with Steed getting a nice pass on the bucket. So at the end of the first, it's 14-9. Rebels, 5-point ball game with a chance to cut it to 3 as Ramos takes it right side. Up top to Dalton. Dalton's got Jarman on him as he goes over to Steed, and they continue to run that weave up high, hoping to get something down the lane.
Steed drives in, kicks to Millett. Millett scoops with his right. Off the mark, gets his own rebound, bounce pass to Steed for 2.
Nice job as they get to the bucket and make the Rebels pay with the offensive board.
So after digging themselves a 10-2 hole, are the Rich Rebels taking off to a 10-2 lead. T-Birds coming back.
Yeah, the T-Birds have got some good looks coming on the early offense and made the Rebels pay. Muirbrook gets fouled inside, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. But, yeah, the T-Birds have definitely regrouped and got it going here. Muirbrook hits the first. Lines up for the second. Argyle's over in front of the bench ready to come back in, but it looks like he'll be coming in for Muirbrook, so he continues to sit as Muirbrook shoots the second. Hits the second. So Muirbrook's out, Argyle back in. Be interesting to see now with Argyle in if in the zone if he can continue to be effective or if the Thunderbirds will make somebody else do the scoring.
Yeah, that's a lot of times you can pack that zone in tight, but both teams have switched back that 2-3 zone. And
yeah, both teams started man and both teams now in the 2-3 zone. Jarman gets the rebound after the
lob
by Steed into Argyle, and Argyle gets him right at the glass.
Got wide open back there. Somebody had a missed assignment. I think they were looking for Muirbrook, who was out of the game.
A lot of some indecision there on which way to go, but Thunderbirds will retain possession. Inbounding will be Steed.
Gives it to Dalton. Dalton drives baseline. Back up top to Ramos. Dalton looks. Dalton wide open paint, turnaround jumper, 15 foot, just rims out. Rebound and kicks out.
That one just got away from him, I think. It was wide open and he signed quick and it just got away from him and went over his head.
Yeah, Steed, his eyes, it looked, he just, holy smokes, he's wide open and way outbounds it went. Off the fingertips of Jarman, out of bounds.
Grohl started to go and then just kind of flipped it out there, but not a good pass. Went out of bounds, so Ramos attacks on the right side.
Lob underneath the Millet for 2 for the T-Birds.
Easy one for them Millet there as they made a nice pass inside and got an easy one. Coming the other way, Grohl hits a Cree and the Cree puts it in. And it looks like the Rebels are going to go back man.
Pull up Dalton, 18-footer, bounces high.
Ooh, that's going to be 2 on Argyle, I believe.
That's his second.
Piute's doing a nice job of going to the offensive glass this second period. They've got quite a few offensive boards and have been the difference of getting them back in this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you give one of these teams at the state tournament multiple shots at the basket, that you're not helping yourself.
Tries to get it inside to Argyle. Argyle did a nice job just keeping that ball. Inside to Cree, back to Grohl, up top to Thompson. Inside to Cree, who I believe kicked it out of bounds. He did.
Went off Steed's foot into Cree's and out of bounds. Looked like a pinball machine in there for a second.
Rebels continue to attack inside, but they've made several mistakes trying to go when there's really nothing there nowhere to go, and it's led to some turnovers, and we'll see if Piute can capitalize on another one as Ramos brings them into the forecourt.
Ramos gives to Steed. Dalton lob over the top to Steed, up and off the other side. And the Dalton coming back in has Argyle just kind of cut in front of him there, and they both tried to occupy the same spot at the same time.
Looks like Coach Brown's going to take a timeout. Argyle's got his second. He wants to get him out of there and put Muirbrook back in to Bear Lake Marina. And Anderson Lawn Care and Enterprises for all your summer needs as well as snow removal. Handyman, Anderson Lawn Care and Enterprises. Get it inside to a Cree who pulls up and hits a jumper from the baseline.
That's a Cree's 8 point. So between a Cree and Argyle, they're accounting for 17 of the 22 points.
Oh, nice shot from the corner.
That's Steed with a 3-point basket.
Jarman pulls up for a 3 and misses. Goes on the ground and Grohl gets there. Up top to Thompson and they reset.
So 3:52 to go, first half.
22-15 Rebels, and the Rebels look like they're going to slow it down a little bit and look at this zone. I just say that, and Grohl comes for a 3-pointer from the corner. McCree gets the offensive board and almost gets a prayer, but gets the foul, which will send a Cree to the line to shoot 2 with 3:34 left in the second period. So Cree goes shoot the first one, and he's short. Short on the first, line up for the second. So Cree with the second is long and misses them both.
Wow, so 2 misses by the Rebels there.
Steed got that rebound and sets it up for Almost to begin the attack.
Almost hands to Steed. Steed drives back. Dalton comes the other way. A little bit of a moving screen there on Dalton. Millett gets the rebound, goes up, scoops underneath, and scores.
Once again, the Rebels are giving off offensive boards, and it's they're just getting beat to the ball.
Which is kind of surprising because the Rebels outsize the T-Birds.
Yeah, the T-Birds are just quicker to the ball, and they're getting inside and hitting those offensive boards. Muirbrook gets inside, is worried about foul. Up again, gets to a Cree who puts it up, and he's fouled and go to the line shooting 2. He was there just a minute ago and missed them both.
So Muirbrook with 2 strong takes at the basket, unable to convert. He went up strong. The first one he kind of hesitated, I think, a little bit worried about contact.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to draw the foul rather than just go get it.
Just go score the bucket.
So Cree lines it up and misses
another
one. Usually a very good foul shooter. Cree hit a little dry spell here as he's missed 3 in a row. So Wallentyne reports in for Muirbrook. Wallentyne, a sophomore.
Fairly young team for the Rebels.
And the Cree gets the monkey off by hitting the second one. And Ramos brings him into the forecourt.
To Dalton in the paint. Baseline shot, Steed, short. Rebound, Jarman. Jarman with a 3-point shot up. And rebound up top to number 22, Thompson. Blocked by Millett. Ramos gets to Steed.
And once again, Jarman way out because he's outside of the long arc.
Dalton with the turnaround jumper in the paint.
Nice move, but once again, the T-Birds get the offensive board as they just line up or get in position inside.
Yeah, good defensive move there by Thompson to step in front of that pass.
Trap Jarman in the corner. Out. Wallentyne tries a 3, doesn't get it, and then Cree gets the offensive board. Inside to Jarman, and it looks like he's going to get the foul on the ground. As reaching around there was Tyler Dalton. That's his first, and that'll send Jarman to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
So the Rebels in the bonus. Only 3 team fouls on the Rebels, so the Rebels Argyle has those 2 fouls, doesn't he?
Our guy has 2, and so he sat a lot of this second period. He was out at the beginning, got back in, got his second, and I think Coach Brown thought, I'm going to save him. So he should be very fresh at the third period. And Jarman hits the first, so it's 24-18 with 1:41 left in the second period. And something wrong at the clock as they're bringing Coach Brown over, and there's something wrong in the scorebook. You know, I noticed on our roster they had the wrong number for Jarman, and maybe the book's wrong too, which could be a costly turnover here. I can't think what else they're over there doing because they're looking at the books. But on our roster, they had Jarman listed as 33 instead of 13. And maybe it's nothing. So the officials meeting and talking it over, but I have no idea what they're saying.
I don't either.
It's going to be a technical, so I think that was it. It's funny that whatever it was, it's interesting because they played almost 2 quarters without catching it.
Without catching it, yeah. So he'll finish shooting this one. Well, now it's actually
so Jarman hits it.
Now they'll go down to the other end, and that must be what it is.
I have no idea, but I'm guessing that's what it is because they had in the program that we've got up here that had Jarman listed as 33 instead of 13, and so that Jarman went to the line, and all of a sudden I think somebody figured out he had the wrong number in the book, which is an automatic technical.
First good for Dalton Steed.
So Steed hits the first, Dalton Steed. And the second, and the Thunderbirds will get the ball for a shot. So costly there. Mistake somebody made that could be a little bit of a 4-point turnaround here.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a close ball game, 3, 4, 5-point ball game. Those 2 foul shots could be critical.
Ramos comes ahead.
Let's mill it up top. Steed for 2.
And that could have been 3. It looked like
A little bit of contact.
Saby went after it.
You know,
maybe he acted, I don't know, but he went down anyway.
There was a little contact there, but I always, it's like, might as well try.
It was after the shot, but he did go down in a little bit of contact. 1:09 left, and we got a 3-point ball game. So this one, as they try to go inside to Jarman,
Ramos takes it the other way, back to Steed. Dalton, Millet, baseline, drives in the paint, scoops with his right, up, and just rolls off.
Saby gets the rebound, and it comes the other way with Grohl. So Wallentyne goes cross court to Thompson. Thompson back cross court to Wallentyne, who puts it up from the angle right and hits it. So Wallentyne hits 2 from the angle right. 27-22 with 29 seconds left. They get inside there to Dalton, and he's fouled.
So that was Jaden Wallentyne with the bucket.
Jaden Wallentyne with the bucket at the other end as they attack quickly. McKay Jarman picks up the foul, and that'll send Dalton to the line to shoot 2.
And that's Jarman's second foul. Dalton, I have him down as 2 points so far. And Tyler Dalton, the other night in our region tournament in that 3rd, 4th place game, man alive, he came out on fire and had 20, 25 points.
Jarman gets the rebound, and he's tied up. Coach Brown going nuts on that call, wanting a foul, but rebound tied him up, and now they're having a hard time getting it in.
Jarman ahead to Wallentyne, lays it up with his right.
Oh, so Wallentyne here hits 2 big ones. to close out the quarter here.
Steed gives to Ramos. Ramos to Dalton. 6 seconds. Steed drives in, loses the handle, out of bounds.
So Grohl got his hand in there and it flips it out of bounds.
Ira and more. So give him a call, 435-691-5107.
All right, and we're back at it with the T-Birds. Try to go over the top. They've got that play to Ramos in the first half. At that time, Argyle sticks up his long arm and pulls it out of the air. And now Thompson brings him into the front court. Over to Jarman. Jarman looks up, down to Acree on the baseline. Acree, a little out balance, pulls it out. Goes to Jarman, who tries to get to the glass and misses it. Taken out of there by
Steed. Ramos up top. Back to Millett. Millett drives left, gives to Dalton. Dalton, as he carries up, it amazes me he doesn't get called more. He likes to bring that ball high and roll it back. And I haven't seen him get called for it, but it's a carry. Jarman gets his third foul early in this third quarter.
And that's big for the Rebels. Jarman, even though he plays the wing, does a lot of the ball handling for the Rebels. So.
Well, and he's got 10 of their 29 points, so he's a big part of this offense. Dalton drives
gets around the corner, uses that little hesitation to get Grohl in the air, and then luckily Grohl recovered, but Dalton did a great job with that little hesitation dribble, getting Grohl to go for it.
Inbounds Steed to Dalton up top. Gets a screen, drives opposite, scoops in the paint, tips it up.
Tries hard, though. He went for his offensive board there. I'm very impressed with the T-Birds, the way they go for the offensive boards. They go after it.
Yeah, they crash the boards well. Old Dalton rubbing his head right there. I think he caught an inverting elbow. Just happened to be in the wrong spot when they kind of collided. Sure rubbing his old noggin.
So Logan Steed back in. And Jarman will inbound for the Rebels under their own basket. Up top to Grohl. They run it across with.
They're going to get an illegal screen. I think that's against Argyle. That's his third.
That's his third. So both leading scorers for the Rebels, Argyle and Jarman, pick up 3 early here in the third quarter.
6.5 to go.
So that, Coach Brown rested Argyle a lot during the first half. I'm sure hoping that he'd get him in the second.
Ramos pull up, three-pointer, rebound Jarman. Or not Jarman, sorry.
Acree gets that. They go ahead to Grohl. And who was that? Number 5, Millett, stands there, and Grohl turns around, sees him, and kind of sticks out the forearm, knocks him down, and gets the offensive foul.
It's Grohl's first foul. Third team foul, though. That's, you don't want to build those team fouls too early in the half.
Yeah, third, real early here.
Dalton drives baseline, kicks back to Steed, fakes again, kicks to Millett. Millett drives in the paint, shoots it up, just rolls off, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
So the Rebels pick up that'll be their 4th team foul again. Only in 6:02 left here in the third. The Rebels have 4 team fouls as the T-Birds are attacking the basket and the Rebels are fouling.
Yeah. Millett hard off the back iron. Been a great day of basketball so far. We've had some exciting close calls, close games. And this one's no different.
Short and Argyle and Acree almost travel there as they both go for the ball. Get it back to Thompson, and he'll set the offense to the right to Acree. Acree up top to Jarman, who turns and gets in trouble. Back to Acree. They're wanting to get inside to Argyle, and they throw it up there to him, and he tries to go get it and can't get it.
That's good defense that time. Millett kind of had him pinned, and he couldn't get around him, but he wasn't holding him. He just was standing in the way.
Yeah, they kind of lobbed it up there thinking Argyle was just going to be able to go get it and lay it in, and he couldn't go anywhere. Looks like we might have some blood here. Cree's got some blood, so they're taking him out, and Muirbrook comes in for him.
Number 2, Wyatt Muirbrook.
Coach Brown was yelling for him to get it into Argyle. He kind of had what he wanted under there, but as they went to go over top, obviously Coach Shakespeare's talked a little bit about it, and they're doing a much better job on Argyle.
Wow, T-Bird's awful close there on that out of bounds. Millett almost just handed that ball to Ramos, and if they touch that at the same time, it's out of bounds on them. But Rebels come away with the steal there.
Muirbrook comes up with the steal and then goes to Thompson, and it looks like they're going to call the foul there on number 5, Dalton Steed.
Correction, number 5, Dalton Steed.
Steed goes for the foul, and
That's Dalton Steed's 4th foul, and the T-Birds, they need Steed out there for them.
so in for Steed comes number 31, Derek Wild. So Wild with a lot more size, but it looks like that moves some people around as he comes in for Steed.
And you know the three-point basket.
Grohl lines up and hits the 3. That's, I think, the first 3 for the Rebels.
Yeah, that's Grohl's first points of the game. Millett gives to Dalton. Dalton picks up his dribble, gives to Ramos.
It's kind of fun and watching Dalton and Grohl here is
A foul away from the shot, so the basket's going to count, and that's going to go against Skylar Argyle, his 4th.
that'll be huge. So the shot clear out at the 3-point line, and then Argyle going for position underneath and picks up another foul. So Steed gets the 2-point bucket. Argyle gets the foul. That'll be 4 on Argyle, and he'll go to the bench. And T-Birds take it out up top to Millett. We talked about Wild just coming in, and he makes a nice move along the baseline and gets the bucket.
So Wild with his first points in the game.
So with the score 32-27 with 4:28 left in the third, 2 or 3 interesting developments as Argyle picks up his 4th and goes out. Also for the T-Birds, Dalton Steed with 4 and on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see who picks up the slack for those 2 big players for each team. And it looks like number 4, Millett, is going to get a foul for holding Muirbrook as he tries to post up down on the block. I don't know if you can see it from home, but one of the fun matchups to watch here as you look at it is Grohl guarding Dalton. They're working real hard all the time away from the ball. Grohl is just facing him up no matter where he goes, and Dalton working hard to get open, so it's a fun watch as they're live here.
And Grohl's doing a great job on Dalton. Dalton, you know, T-Bird, one of T-Bird's leading scorers, and unable to get many points on the board. Millett with the miss. Rebound to
Cree gets that one. Comes out. Jarman's had a couple of good looks inside, hit those early, and then he's had this second half. He's got to the glass a couple times and can't get it to go in.
Wallentyne, baseline. Nice bounce pass into a Cree.
Yeah, Wallentyne looked like he was going to go up top with that one and then just bounced it in there. And, Cree goes at him and gets the foul, so it'll send him to the line to shoot 2.
Foul goes to Steed, Logan Steed. That's his 3rd personal. 5th team foul, or 4th team foul.
And a Cree short. Normally a very good foul shooter. Cree's been short on a couple here today. And short again on that one.
Rebound Dalton. He'll push it the other way. Grohl in front of him.
Pulls it out, and there goes Grohl back to shadowing him everywhere he goes.
Millet drives in, spins in the paint, fall away jumper, just rims out. Rebound and put back by Wild off the mark and pulled out of there by Jarman, wasn't it? Bounce.
Brings it forward, gets it to Acree, and Acree's back at the line.
Yeah, so
Foul number 3, Tyler Dalton.
I think that last missed foul shot was either the 5th or 6th missed shot by Acree from the foul line.
And as I said, normally an exceptionally good foul shooter for the Rebels. There, gets one.
You know, this gym without a wall behind that basket, it sure messes with their depth perception the first day or two. You'll see some of the shooters don't struggle as much, but some of them really struggle to get their depth perception.
Cree steps up and hits them both, so 34-27 with 3:12 left in the third. Ramos comes forecourt, guarded there by Thompson. Up top, as he pulls up and shoots a long three and gets it.
Dalton
had Grohl on him, faked inside, did the step back and nailed it from three. Grohl's going to try it himself and hits it, so the two that have been guarding each other both hit threes. Up top to Dalton, and there's Grohl on him.
Millet drives baseline.
Going to call the foul, I think, up top on Wallenstein.
Fouls on 25, J.D. Wallace.
That's the 7th team foul. Nope, 6th, sorry.
So Ramos will inbound.
In the corner, Ramos drives in, takes it in the paint, pulls up 12-footer, good.
Nice shot by Ramos as he dribbled in there and just took it off the dribble. Shooting over top of Thompson.
Jarman with the spin move on
nice
the
move
baseline.
and gets that one.
That's the first bucket in the second half for Jarman.
Jarman for 2.
Nice spin move on the baseline there, and Grohl gets a step late, and that's all it takes on the Dalton. He gets to the basket. He'll shoot 1 and 1. Grohl got touched just a little on the screen, and by the time he got over it, he overplayed. Dalton makes the nice spin move and gets the foul.
He tried to use that little reach in from behind move. Drives me crazy to watch players get beat and reach in like that, but sometimes they get away with it, sometimes they don't.
He didn't. But all set up with the little screen up top that gave him some room. And Dalton hits it. And I don't want to overplay it, but if you were here watching live where you could see them all the time, those two are really battling each other.
That one spins out for Dalton. Rebound Wallenstein or Argyle. Acree. Sorry. I'll get him straight. About the time the game's over.
Gets it, goes to the glass, and gets blocked as he goes to the glass.
Ramos blocked by Jarman and rebound Acree.
So both coaches hollering right now because both of them felt like they had fouls on the succeeding plays down the floor. Grohl sets it up, gets it up top. They're trying to get something down to Jarman on the block. Three from the three-point line. Three doesn't usually shoot those, but Jarman gets follow-up inside.
Yeah, Jarman there to pick up the garbage and put it back up in.
Grohl goes to help and comes away with the steal as they go down the lane. Grohl left Dalton, came in and got the steal. Having a hard time getting any control here. And then Wallenstein travels.
He should have just pulled up for that jumper. After he traveled, he did and made it. Wallenstein's got a nice, pretty shot there.
He's got a nice shot. Got a little frustrated over here as they were scrambling for the ball, and then once he had the open lane, he
Number 5, Dalton.
didn't get himself gathered up.
8-point ball game. Steed pulled Dalton. Steed for 2.
As Jarman goes to post up down on the baseline, Logan Steed is called for the foul. Steed not happy with that, but a lot of contact there both ways as the players are trying to post up on the baseline.
Coming in for the Rebels, number 10, Katie Bartolome.
Bartlome comes in for Grohl to give him a little blow with 26.6 left in the third period. So Bartlome in, Grohl out. They go inside to Muirbrook on the inbounds pass, and Muirbrook gets the bucket.
That was a nice strong take by Muirbrook. Able to just step underneath and come back. Ramos up top, gives to Millett. Millett into Dalton. Dalton takes it out the corner. 9 seconds.
Grohl's out. They've got Jarman on Dalton.
3 seconds. Ramos, long 3-point shot up, just off the right iron. It'll be Rich Rebel ball with an 8-point lead.
Goes to Thompson, and they're putting some pressure up on the little trap. Bartlome in goes to Jarman. Jarman gets down on the baseline to Muirbrook. Muirbrook to the glass and misses it.
So Steed back into the game for the T-Birds. He's got 4 fouls. Takes it down off the glass. Rebound Jarman.
Jarman makes a nice pass forward to Muirbrook, who goes up and puts it in. Just an early offense pass there, and Muirbrook completes the play.
Yeah, that was a great look ahead. Scoop underneath, taken away as Lutt tries to get that to Steed.
And Jarman steps in front of it. Goes baseline out to Bartlome for 3 from the corner. Misses it, but Krieg goes up, gets the offensive board, and is fouled.
That looked like a fairly clean block there. Kind of came from the side.
From the side, yeah.
But it looked pretty clean from here.
Krieg goes to the line again. He's been at the line a lot tonight. And short off the front. Grohl's back in for Bartlome.
10-point ball game.
Coach Brown got Grohl about 3 minutes there as he took him out just before the break, and then gets him back in. Cree hits the second, so 46-35 with 6:56 left.
Ramos to Millett. Steed, Logan Steed fakes, drives in, scoops with the right, fouled.
Going to be 2.
Fouls on number 2, Wyatt Muirbrook.
Muirbrook gets the foul. That's his first, and off the line will be number 2, Logan Steed.
So both teams in the bonus.
And we knew that was going to happen the way it started out after half. A lot of fouling right there in the early going after the half. And
yeah, you get 3 or 4 fouls in those first couple of minutes, you know it's going to be a long second half, don't you?
So 6:44 left, and it'll be shooting foul shots both ways the rest of the way.
So
misses the second, and it's taken out of there by Muirbrook, who goes to Grohl.
Steed with 1 of 2.
Piute now being very aggressive in their man-off defense.
Oh,
they
nice.
go back door to Thompson, who gets it partially blocked, tries to go back up, and then loses it. But Jarman does a nice job getting back, hustle back, and was able to get in the lane and pick up the steal. Rebels running a little weave up top, getting trapped in the corner, and Coach Brown has to take a timeout to avoid the 5 call. So 6 minutes left, right at 6 minutes. 10-point ball game, 46-36.
Harbaugh, spayed, neutered, vaccinated, and ready for a home. 1-6, 7-1, 3-0.
With 6 minutes left, Coach Brown comes back with Argyle, who's got 4, but who's sat a lot of this ball game with foul trouble. So he's back in with 6 minutes to go. They try to go up to Jarman. Jumps, gets it, tries to go baseline, pulls back and gets it.
Nice take by Jarman there. He's able to kind of regain his composure. And Steed goes baseline and rolls off the front. Rebound Acree.
Now it looks like Thompson's going to take a little time bringing it across the forecourt over on the right side to Jarman. Jarman looks at Acree but can't get there. They try to go over top to him now. It's in the corner. Jarman looks up top to Argyle, and Argyle shoots a 15-footer, and it's off the front of the iron.
Ahead to Millett. Millett lays it up soft with his right.
So Dalton gets it ahead to Millett. Millett lays it in, and immediately Thunderbirds take it.
To get some points on the board.
So they're setting up the little half-court trap. Rebels will involve Jarman in breaking that, and they get it through, but now they're trapping in the corners. Looks like they're going to trap everywhere that Rebels go. They're going to trap. Jarman gets baseline. Argyle with those big arms keeps it alive and back in.
Able to get that ball tipped up, keeps it up high, and puts it back up and in. Steed looks, fakes, kicks. Logan Steed drives baseline. Jarman tries to take the charge. They're going to get him on the blocking foul. Is that his 4th or 5th?
I think that's his 4th.
I think you're right.
He sat up there wanting to get the charge, but he'll have to be careful not to try that again or he'll be gone.
Yeah.
Send Steed to the line to shoot 2.
Steed's first was good. Steed, the leading scorer for the T-Birds. He's got 12 points. Bring it back to a 10-point ball game. Piute just hasn't been able to break that 4 or 5 points. You know, that goes out to 10. They get back to 6, 7. Just unable to get over that hump with the Rebels.
Jarman does a nice job going down the lane waiting for Argyle to fill, and then Argyle goes in and finishes it.
Yeah, absolutely. Steed loses the handle, picked up by Thompson.
Even though Jarman's an inside player for the Rebels, when they start running those traps and stuff, they'll use him a lot to break down the defense. He'll come to the middle and take it from there. Cree goes to the basket hard, gets it in and gets the foul.
Opportunity for him to earn 3 points the hard way.
So with 3:56 left, that'll put the Rebels up 54-40.
All that was on. That's Logan Steed. That's his 5th. So both Steed brothers had 4. I didn't realize Logan had 4 fouls. Derek Wild checks in for the T-Birds.
So as Wild comes in, Cree is at the line trying to complete the 3-point play.
14-point lead for the Rebels. 3:56 to go in the ball game.
And Cree
Again.
rims in and out. Dalton gets it over in the corner.
Dalton drives, spins again, kicks, Steed, 3-point shot up, comes out. That was clear below the rim, popped up in there. We're going to get Dalton on the reach. That'll send Cree at the line again.
We don't have it in front of us. We haven't kept track of attempts and makes, but he's been at the line a lot tonight.
He's been at the line a lot, and he's made 3. And I would think that he's probably now 4 of 10.
Something like
I
that.
mean, he's missed a lot of free throws. Second one up.
Nails
Good.
both of those.
Needs 2 more for Acre.
56-40, 3:25 left.
Ramos. Steed. Back to Ramos. Steed with crossover, pull back, shot short. And then almost gets the steal. It
Does get the steal. Yeah.
Looked like it was out of bounds off of Steed from here.
Argyle went to do the little bounce pass along the baseline. Steed jumped right in front of it and went out of bounds, but Piute's ball.
Millet gives to Steed. Steve the Wild from the foul line short. Saved in by Wild.
Picking up, and again, they're setting up for that half-court trap, so they'll go to the side and eventually can get it to Jarman, and which they do.
Oh, nice no-look pass from Jarman down to Cree. Tipped up.
Argyle, again, bats it up to himself and able to get to the rebound.
Yeah.
Nice pass from Jarman inside there.
Yeah, Jarman was looking up towards the top of the court and just threw that with his right hand and kind of, it was a beautiful pass. No-look pass into that low post.
Want to mention the station in Randolph sponsoring also Randolph Country Store. Randolph Country Store, where you can get all your needs from hair, beauty salon, ice cream. They got it all there at the Randolph Country Store. Stacy's Repair, Lakeview Cabins, also Bear Lake Convention, bearlake.org. If you've got a convention, want a beautiful place, go to Bear Lake Conventions.
So another great sponsor that we just got in contact with today, LDS Church History Tours. Check them out at playingforkeepstours.com. Doug or Brenda Allen, they did tours of Nauvoo, Palmyra, and more. 435-691-5107.
Also, the Bear Trapper Restaurant in Garden City for nice steak and Anderson's Asphalt, taking care of all your asphalt needs in Rich County. Argyle hits the first, got a chance at the second. Hits them both.
$15 points in the ball game for Argyle, and 16 for Jarman so far. So to lead the Rebels.
Wild goes in and runs into the back of Jarman, gets it up, but it's short. Once again, they're trying to trap at midcourt, and they'll look for Jarman in the middle. Can't get him, so they go cross court to Grohl.
You know, and since the T-Birds have gone into this trap, it's gone from a 10-point ball game to now a 20.
Get it inside, and Acree puts it up off the glass.
So the Rebels just are tearing that trap up. Short by Dalton.
Dalton puts up the long three, and it goes short. Yeah, the Rebels have got some shots inside by breaking that press, and it's
Some good
turned the game around. They get it inside the goal. And it looks like Grohl's going to be fouled there by Dalton.
Foul number 3, Tyler Dalton. Shooting for Rebels, Austin Grohl.
That's Dalton's 4th foul. So both Dalton and Steed out on the floor with 4 fouls, and Grohl makes the first.
Been a lot of fouls in the game. It's been a long game.
Yeah, we're a little behind schedule now, aren't we?
Yeah. I think we started right on, and
Now we're 15 minutes behind schedule already, and they'll give this, so we'll be a half an hour behind by the time this game gets over.
Grohl steps up and hits them both. So what was a close ball game throughout here in the last couple of minutes is now a 22-point ball game.
Millet drives baseline underneath, gives to Wild, pulls up, 12-footer, good.
Wild hits the shot.
Ahead Jarman, left side Grohl, Thompson.
Top to Argyle, over on the corner to Grohl, to Cree, back up top to Jarman, over to Grohl.
And coach wants a timeout to get his 5 subs that are sitting there. So mass substitution by the Rebels, wanting to get some of these other players in the game.
I think Coach Brown, being very cognizant of these kids, want a chance to get in a state tournament game and not knowing what the future holds. Up by 20 with 1:15 left, calls a timeout so he can get some kids in the ball game.
That's always a great idea, and it's good for those kids to feel that experience. Then if you got to go to them later in the tournament, they've at least been on the floor and looked at that basket, because that basket looks like it's out there a ways.
Yeah. And if you want them in the weight room all next summer, you got to give them something to kind of make it juicy now.
Exactly. You mean you don't just pick up a basketball in November and win a state championship?
I don't think so.
Wallenstein. You're gonna have to. These are all new numbers.
Oh, nice pass. And Muirbrook goes over to Weston, who just came in the ball game. So Muirbrook been in a little throughout the game, but gets it and hits the shot. Wallenstein in the backcourt to Bartlemy. Bartlemy back to Wallenstein over. Bartlemy hits it hard off Wallenstein's leg. So it'll be backcourt. Pass was a little too hard by Bartlemy and got off his leg and into the backcourt.
.40 seconds to go in the ball game.
Wild with the offensive board and back up off the glass. So Wild came in, had 2 or 3 buckets as he came in for the players that fouled out. Over again to Vance Weston on the baseline. So Weston comes in and hits a couple of quick ones on the baseline as they break the press.
Yeah, Steed pulls up, 3-point shot, good.
Steed nails it from the 3-point line.
10 seconds. Rebels will just hold.
Muirbrook up top. Muirbrook holds it, so final score is 66-47.